Hey there, and welcome to Feature Shelf, a series that provides book recommendations based on theme or title suggestions. This week's theme was actually inspired by the historical fiction edition. I'm the supplier, and this is Feature Shelf number 26, the novels in verse edition. I found a number of titles when putting together the historical fiction edition that were actually historical fiction novels in verse, and because there were so many, I decided to do a separate novels in verse edition to highlight a number of those novels as well as others written in verse. So today's shelf has 5 novels whose narrative is told through a series of poems. First on our shelf is Home of the Brave by Catherine Applegate. Keck is an African refugee whose first experience with snow leaves him hoping that people in the United States aren't cold like the weather. He misses his family, a father and brother who died and a mother who is missing. As he waits for word about his mom, he gradually makes friends and tries to become accustomed to his new home. Matt Penn, the narrator of All the Broken Pieces by Annie Berg, is a Vietnamese boy who's been adopted by an American family. It's been 2 years since he left a Vietnam ravaged by war, but he's still haunted by what happened there and what he left behind. He's also dealing with the hatred of those around him, those who blame him for a war he didn't cause. Addie on the Inside by James Howe is a companion to The Misfits, which made an appearance in Feature Shelf number 21, the Conformity Edition. In Addie on the Inside, Addie is still as outspoken and headstrong as she was in The Misfits. She's also struggling with identity, between who she wants to be and who she thinks other people want her to be. Addie's poetry will draw readers into her 7th grade year and the 7th grade experience, from teasing and dating and friendship to caring about events in the world that are larger than she is. Like Matt in All the Broken Pieces, Ha, the narrator of Inside Out and Back Again, is from Vietnam. But unlike All the Broken Pieces, Ha's story begins in Vietnam, and her narrative poems describe her life there. Because of war, she and her family moved to the United States. Having the juxtaposition of the Vietnam to the US, I think helps readers empathize with the culture shock that goes along with moving from one place to another and one life to another. Last on the shelf is the sole YA title, Burned by Ellen Hopkins. Patton Von Stratton grew up in a religious household, a very religious household. So when she's caught in a compromising position with a boy, she's shipped off to rural Nevada to live with an aunt that she's never met. But it turns out that it's here, with her aunt, that she can confront the issues of growing up in the household that she did, and come to the realization that she is, in fact, worthy of love. Thus endeth this episode of Feature Shelf. I hope you found something on the shelf that piques your interest. If not, and you'd like to request your own feature shelf, you can do so by leaving me a comment here, or by sending me an email through the contact page at thebooksupplier.com. Thanks for watching Feature Shelf number 26, the Novels in Verse edition. I am the supplier, wishing you happy reading. Don't forget to be awesome.